We're delighted to be joined at Qissa today by Sister Zeph. Sister Zeph is an expert in education, women's empowerment, human rights, and interfaith harmony. She is a dedicated advocate for children's rights, a published author, an internationally recognised speaker, and a respected community leader. So thank you so much for joining us today, Sister Zeph. I know that you're really busy.
Thank you so much, Qissa, for your patience.
Let me start by saying congratulations. You were recently awarded the Varkey Foundation Global Prize for Teachers, which is the largest annual prize, and there was over 7,000 nominations. So it's really a huge, huge achievement. So can you tell me a little bit about how that experience was for you?
Absolutely amazing. Actually, this experience has changed everything for me. And it has brought hope for hundreds and thousands of teachers in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Because when we talk about teachers, I think before the Global Teachers Prize, there are many awards for the teachers, and they have always been admired. But on such a big scale, I have never seen any organization to admire teachers like this. And it's not just a prize; it is a global recognition. The media, the people, the country, the government, and students and team members, everybody is so proud. I mean, the people who I have never met in the last 2 decades, they see my picture on media, on social media, newspapers, and they call me and they come to meet me. And it's the celebration all over the country and the celebration all over the world, because this award is not only for me. Basically, this is for the teaching profession. Teachers, wherever they are in the world, and they are doing something extraordinary, they are dedicating their time and their energy to make this world a better place. And they are sharing their knowledge and their skills with the students. This award is for them. This is not only for one teacher. This is for the teachers of the whole world. And I think this is the best thing that has ever happened in my life. And I'm very proud of that.
Amazing. Yeah, it's such a huge achievement. So well done. So let's go right back to the beginning then. So you started a school in the courtyard of your home in Pakistan when you were just 13 years old. So can you tell me a bit about what you were like as a child yourself?
I was a very passionate child and very, very sensitive. And I always have, self-respect thing. My self-respect has always been very high. I have some boundaries. And if somebody tries to, cross those boundaries, then I come into an action. And this is what happened when I was 13 years old. I was 2.5 years old when my uncle tried to kill me, because my mother gave birth to the fourth daughter, and he thought that there is an extra burden on the family. Now she has 4 daughters, because daughters are being considered burden. This is a different story why they are being considered burden, and many families in our culture now things are being changed. So when I was just 7 or 8 years old, I started working. And I started thinking of the ideas how I can make more money, and how I can show them that I am very strong and I'm powerful and I'm not a burden on anyone. For example, when I was 12 years old, I wrote my first article in a leading newspaper in Pakistan on human rights. And I highlighted the girls, their struggle and what they are facing. I was 12 or 13 years old when I started working as a child laborer, because I had to run my school and I had to support myself. I did not want to be a burden on anyone. So, and then I have always been working. I have never experienced the childhood. This is why it's very painful for me always to see any child working or suffering for toys or good things in their life, or sports or games, or or if they are being neglected. I cannot bear that. I mean, I cannot watch something even on TV or in a video. I immediately turn it off. I cannot bear it.
Oh, well, it sounds like obviously this is a cause that you've always cared about, and you're clearly a very empathetic child. So what was your favorite kind of subject or topic that you taught when you first started out?
English. Because when I was a very little child, my father started telling me, if you want to achieve something in life, you have to get knowledge. And if you want to get knowledge, you have to learn English. And although nobody was educated in my family, and there was no one around me who had an education or anybody who would speak English. And at that time, we did not have an access to internet. Actually, there was no concept of internet 25 years before. And in the area where I live. And I would keep a small pocket of English dictionary, so that a small dictionary in my pocket in English, so that I could, as soon somebody would speak some word, I would go, I would open the dictionary and I would consult that what is the pronunciation of this word and how to speak it and what does it mean. And this is how I improved my English language. Yeah. And I started speaking it. Otherwise, I think you know that after 7th standard, I never went to any institution. I did not take any tuition or anything. I taught myself and I completed 2 master's degrees.
Yeah, that's so impressive. And yeah, so it's obviously so much perseverance. So yeah, and your masters one was in political science, is that right?
One in political science, second in history.
In history, perfect. And so now you run a school through the Zephaniah Women's Education and Empowerment Foundation. So you offer all kinds of free classes, so digital literacy skills, English, stitching, martial arts, so like a huge range of things. And obviously that's a really big undertaking. How many teachers do you have working for you now?
14. We have 14 teachers. We have 2 schools. One school is for underprivileged children. One is specifically for the child laborers, because these children have to work during the mornings, daytime, and in the evenings they come to our school and get 100% free education.
Okay, amazing. Yeah. And computer training is compulsory for all your students. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. Because this is the backbone for career development.
Yeah.
Children cannot have an access to any kind of knowledge or skills without using internet. And as you know, by 2050, 70% of jobs will be related to internet or AI. And our students, they are really, really far from internet still. I mean, all of my students, maybe 1 or 2% of them have a computer or a laptop at their home, which belongs to their uncles or fathers or somebody else. They don't own it.
Yeah.
None of them have a mobile phone. So we have to make sure that they know how to use these gadgets and how to access the internet to do research and to learn about new things.
Yeah, definitely. It's so important. And so for the resources, like the computers and things for the school, is that through donations? Is it like actual donating the items or financial donations, or how do you gather those?
There are different kinds of donations. Like there is an organization, Labdu. I think they are based in America, but they give computers in many countries, and they have been giving us laptops. Then Computer Reach, they have been giving us laptops, but still we need more computers. We need more devices so that all the children, because my dream is that now the children, they should read textbooks, but immediately, all of us, I think this is one of the most common habits we human beings have now. Something come to our mind and we immediately open our phone and research about it. I was, before talking to you, I was drinking orange juice, and I was checking how many calories I'm taking and what does it give me apart from vitamin C and all that.
Yeah.
The children, what they are reading in the textbooks, they should have an access to such gadgets. and the internet, that they can immediately find it out. Is it true? Is it right? What if this is history? What is the background? What does it tell us more about it? Where this was taken from? Where this knowledge came from? They should have this kind of opportunities. So we need more gadgets. We need more iPads and laptops.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm exactly the same. Like if I'm watching something on the TV, I'll immediately be like, where do I know that actor from? Or I'll be reading something and I'll want to know more about it. Yeah, constantly on the phone.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've obviously helped like thousands of students over the time that you've been running these schools, and I'm sure that you're, very proud of kind of everyone that's come through. But is there any particular stories or like students that stand out for you?
Actually, there are countless stories. Like there is a story of girl Mira. She was 9 years old in 2018. This was the last day of the school before summer vacation for 3 months. She went to her house, and she had 5 little siblings. She started heating up food for her younger siblings, and the fire caught her. She got 3rd-degree burns. And for 1 month, her parents could not bring her to doctor because they believed most of her body parts were burned, and they thought that it is better for her to die because she cannot get married, because people believe that getting married is the only reason a girl is born for. So when I came to know about this, I went to their home immediately, and I requested the family to allow me to bring her to a hospital, but they did not allow me. I sent some more people, they did not allow. I went there 3rd time, and I said, I will go to the police if you will not allow me. At that day, I didn't have any money. So I went to some women in the village, and I requested them for money, and they gathered 50,000 rupees. In USDs, I think it should be less than 200 USDs. So that was the money. I took it and I brought the girl to the hospital. 4 hospitals said she's almost died because pus was coming from her wounds. And when we were helping her to sit inside my van, I don't want to tell that because it's very painful, but something happened with her. And still, if I think of that incident, it's so painful that how that 9 years old girl, how she could bear that pain. And she did not have courage to cry.
Yeah.
And she became a skeleton. And I brought her to the hospital, and the hospitals denied in Lahore. And I spent that night in church. And one of my friends, she called me and she said, give up on her because even doctors are saying that she's not going to survive. And I said, if God has brought her to me, she's going to survive.
Yeah.
And while I was sitting in the church, I was praying, and I sent emails to 20 NGOs. I had no connections with them before, but I searched them out on Google, and I shared her story with them. And one organization reached out to me, and this girl had multiple surgeries. She had been in hospital for months, and her parents did not visit her in the hospital.
Yeah.
I was there, and when I would come back, I would have to pay to her grandmother to stay there. She did not want to stay with the girl without getting paid. So I would pay her, and her parents did not visit her, but she survived. And then the next year, she came back to the village. She joined the school. And in the same year, she earned 1st position in her class.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Yeah. So this is one of the stories. And this is another very small story. This is a boy in our child laborers school. And he's just 5 years old. And he had that, I don't know what we call that disease, but his face was, Yeah.
Mm.
His face was very, I mean, there was a huge cut, and it was, he definitely had been being bullied. What is that? Bully by her, siblings, children around him. And his mother is only 27 years old. They are 7 siblings. Their father has left them alone, and he has been disappeared somewhere. And his mother has never brought him to a doctor. And when I visited the school, I saw him, and I shared the pictures with one of my friends who has been helping me in this cause from America. Her name is Malik Anwardi, an unsung heroine of America and the world, because she's the one who has been supporting me to run this school and the vocational center. And she made all the arrangements, and now he had a surgery, and he is a very cute boy. He's a very cute boy, and this is just the first surgery.
Yeah, amazing. I mean,
so these are the things we are doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And that shows, I mean, how life-changing that is for both of those students that you talked about.
And there are many like these children.
Yeah, amazing work. So the foundation also runs a clothing line as well, which makes all the income from that goes back into the school, into the centre. So can you tell me a little bit more about that, kind of when it was set up and what clothes that you make?
The vocational center?
Yeah, and the clothing line.
In 2012, the transformation started when I joined a global organization, American-based organization, World Pulse. And they were having a competition among women from 192 countries. And this competition was about writing and community impact. And I took part in that competition. I wrote 3 articles. I shared my story, and I won the Lynn Sims Global Prize. I was given 20,000 USDs in 2014. I bought a small piece of land, and I built a double-story vocational center there. I started giving free skills training to women, like stitching, hairdressing, party makeup, IT classes, self-defense techniques, English language, and fashion designing. Women from almost 20 villages started coming to our vocational center, because first, this is women's led organization. There are only women who are working here. So in our culture, people are shy to send out their women and the girls to the places where men work. They prefer the institutions like ours, where only women are leading. And this is the only organization in the area where there are only women in the organization. So the women from 20 villages started coming to our vocational center. And until today, as per our record, we have taught free skills to 6,000 women.
Oh, wow.
And we have taught 3,000 children. Yes, we give 10 years of free education. We teach all these skills free of charge. Regarding the clothing line, this is Eva's ethical clothing. Eva is my daughter's name. And we took Z from Zephaniah. Zephaniah is my son's name. Also my organization's name, because my organization was born 26 years before my son was born 3 years before. So I named him Zephaniah. But this is the clothing line was not just my dream. It was dream of Malik Anwardi also. The lady I was talking to you before from America, young lady, she's an artist. She has been teaching art to my children online, and she has been visiting here. She's my soul sister. And she gave me this idea. She said, you are teaching stitching to many women, but what about their career? Are they making any money? Is it giving a transformation to them or to their families? And I said, what to do? She said, let's start a clothing line. So this is how we started. We have been thinking about it for 5 years because there were no funds. But then we got seed funding from So Hope, again, American-based organization. And we started it. So now it's working, but we hope for more. And I'm glad that we are not only making money to support our projects, but we are also generating jobs for women who otherwise cannot have jobs.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's so good to have that kind of circular economy. Perfect.
Yeah.
So my final question for you. You are obviously an inspiration for so many people around the world. So who inspires you?
Mother Teresa.
Amazing. Yeah.
Because I have learned from her to love without boundaries and without any expectation.
Yeah.
Love is all about giving, and the love has a strange power that it gives us satisfaction, internal joy, and a sense of pride when we do something for others, when we think beyond our own life for our own self. So I think love is the most beautiful thing.
Amazing. Yeah, that's perfect. That's a very nice note to end on. So thank you so much for speaking with us today, Sister Zeph. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your precious time, for the opportunity to speak to the world through your channel, and for your patience and for your kind heart.